back to drafting with Jamie Rigatti. Yeah, so we're just, waiting for the pack to load, and here we go. I do really like Imprisoned in the Moon. I think that's a great card. Why? Because it pretty much solves all your problems. It says enchant creature, land, or planeswalker. That's pretty great. What else is in this pack? Conduit of Storms is pretty good. I like it. It's a very good 3-drop. Adding mana is great. Transforming it into something that's bigger is great. What else is really in this pack? Guardian Priest is fine. It gets the job done. I was just saying fine because I feel like I've played this card so much lately. So it's just not something that I'm really super duper interested in taking right now. So let's take the Imprisoned in the Moon. It solves a lot of stuff. Blue's great. I like blue a lot in this set. If we can end up in blue-red spells, that would be lovely. Lovely. But blue also goes in blue-green emerge. Blue-white flyers. Blue is just so versatile. So now we sort of have a choice. I mean, Bombardment #1 is nice. Taking it pick 2 is nice. I like that. Wretched Griff is also a good card, and it just keeps us open. The Crab is also, I mean, it's a good card, especially if you end up in blue-red spells, but I don't know that we're going to end up there, per se. We're in strongest card mode right now, I think. Don't get married to your first picks. Okay. Or I'm not married to the Imprisoned. How do we take an A? I don't know. Let's pretend this is first pick. Would I take a Bombardment over a Griff? Probably. Probably. Let's take the Bombardment. These are great to take early on because, you know, in multiples, they're just, like, pretty much insane. Like, if you get 3 of them, that's great. Like, your third one, once you have 2 in the graveyard, it's just 4 damage for 1 mana. That's great. I'm sorry, I'm yawning. Okay, here's a Griff. Here's a Griff. There in this pack, I mean, Guardian Priest, the third pick is maybe a little bit of a signal. I mean, maybe people just don't like this card anymore. I'm not super duper excited by that. I'm gonna take the Griff. I'm gonna take the Griff here. Griff is great. I really do want to be in blue, so I kind of want to push into blue. I mean, it's a good card. It might have been right to take Priest. Maybe seeing that third pick as a signal. Maybe not. We'll find out. Let's find out. I feel like 8/4s I get in trouble because I don't pick a lane soon enough. But you also have to be, like, careful because you don't want to, you know, pass super duper good cards just because you're trying to force something. Like, I don't want to do that. Here I'm going to take Griff #2. Vexing Skylar is sort of looking good because you can get back a spell. It's not a bad card, but Griff is just so nice. It's a flyer. It draws a card. It's nice. It's a nice card. I'm not sure that we're going to be red yet. So let's take the Griff. Because the Skylar, I mean, if you don't end up with a lot of spells, how good is it actually? I'm sorry, I keep yawning. I think having 2 Griffs is good. It's kind of a depressing card. I feel really bad because the white Griff is super cute, and then it gets turned into this. It's kind of sad. It makes me sad. Okay. Scour from the Laboratory is very good. I'm not really interested in taking the battlements. Drawing 3 cards is quite nice. By the time you cast this, you need to be, like, re-upped, usually. So you're like, ooh, that's good. It's really good. Grapple's nice. That's a nice card. I don't know. It pulls me into green. I mean, we couldn't end up in blue-green emerge, but we're going to take Scour. Innkeeper I've had be very good, but I've also had it just, like, be a hill giant. Like, tapping the mana isn't always relevant against your opponent, but sometimes it's great. You come in, you tap down, like, one of their colors, and they can't do anything, and they have to, like, you hold them up an entire turn. It's awesome. Lashby Lurker is sick. It's a really good card. We're not committed to red yet, so maybe that is what I'm supposed to take. But having an Enlightened Maniac as fodder for our Griffs is good too. I'm going to take the Lurker. It's just, this card's a powerhouse. And we're not committed to red at this point. We might just be blue-green. Jeez. Dragonder's a great card for us. Into the Hornsworm is probably one of my least favorite emerges, so it's definitely between Chilling Grasp and Dragonor, but Dragonor I think is just great. It's efficient, it draws a card, tempo, draw a card, great. Awesome. Get in here. Whoa. Eventually, we have to pick a second color, because we're mostly blue. I don't know how open red was. This pack gives me nothing to pull me into another color. Sentient Innkeeper is fine. It's fine, but it's not exciting, so I'm not going to take it. I'm going to take the Turn Aside. Which I've always, like, used as a sideboard card, but I think it's actually just goes fine in any blue deck, because your opponents are running removal, like, generally. Fogwalker is not really something I want to take, so I guess I'll take the Innkeeper here. In case we end up in red with this bombardment, maybe we'll get a lot of red in the second pack. It would be great. I don't know how open red actually is, but I'm not seeing super signals for any other color. I think blue is the right color. Like, I mean, I can kind of tell, like, we're getting pretty good blue cards. Like, all of these are playable. Homunculus. How many spells do we have? We have Scour, Bombardment, Dragonor, Turn Aside. Homunculus might have a place in our deck. I'll pick that up. He's a baby. If we end up in spells, which maybe we are here. Make Mischief is a spell. Convolute is a spell. Let's take the Convolute, I guess. Just because, like I said, we know we're blue. We don't know we're red yet. This is a spell. If we end up with, like, Docent or something, like in a Spells Matter deck, or like a Mercurial Geist, that'd be great. Spontaneous Mutation as a gift is insane. That's insane. That's a really good card for us. Evangel Heralds, Brazen Wolves, Laboratory Brute, Greeting. I mean, Brazen Wolves is just so solid. But Greeting is removal. What removal do we have? Bombardments, Imprisoned in the Moon. That's it. But I cannot pass Brazen Wolves. This card is so strong. But we're not actually red. Hold the phone. We're not actually red. We could be. Is this pulling me into red? Is it anything in this pack pulling me out of red? Because December is not. December and Sentient Innkeeper are not bringing me into red at all. Like, maybe we're actually supposed to take Heralds. Because it's a flyer. It has Spirit Synergies, which we might end up getting in blue. I think this is like a... this is a hard shot. This is a very hard choice. Because Brazen Wolves is solid, and does that want to bring me into red? I think it does, but Herald is pretty strong. Oh, let's take the Herald. I don't know what our second color is. I kind of want to stay open. I'm so glad we stayed open. This is my favorite card in this set. It is so great. Because, like, we're really in red for Bombardment, that's it. We're, like, in green possibly for Lurker, but green has not been open. So I really want to take this Newscraft. It's so powerful. It's so hard to deal with. What are we missing out on? We're missing out on Dragonor, which is pretty real, and we're missing out on Enlightened Maniac. But this is just such a good card. I'm going to take it. That's sort of a risk. Wow, Wharf Infiltrator's great. And Scavengers. And Scop is really good too. I love the Infiltrator. This card has got me so much value. Like, I think I want to take that. There's a second Bombardment, though, too. Oh, man. I'm going to take the Infiltrator. It's a good card. We don't know a second color yet. It gets pretty good value most of the time. Scavengers versus a second Dragunder. And an Outcast, wow. And a Brazen Wolves. Oof. Oof. Wow. This must have been a really good deck. I mean, it's still a good deck. Are we going into black for New Scrap Mob? Are we going into red for Bombardment and Brazen Wolves? I think I want to try to be in black for New Scrap Mob. It's just so powerful. It's so powerful. It's really good. We're gonna take the Scob here. Blue is very open. We got lucky with blue. I can't complain because we're getting all the stuff we need. Like, we need this Maniac right now because we have 2 Wretched Griffs. I'm not sure that we're running the Lurker. If we get some good fixing, I'll be willing to run that. But this is perfect. That's what we need right now. Brazen Wolves. Oh my god. We could have had like 3 Brazen Wolves, but I got my eyes just like perked up at this card because it's so good. I was like, I need that. But I think red is more open than black because, wow, that's a Brazen Wolf. Anyway, so I'm going to take the Brute here. It makes our Spontaneous Mutation better. We know we're in blue. It's a second mutation. Fortune's Favor is also a thing. I think I want the second mutation. We're like almost mono blue. Graph Rats, we did it! We did it! We have Scavengers and Graph Rats. Cool. So now we're like black. Oh my. Do people just like not like blue this draft? This is really weird. Unsubstantiate versus Dragunder versus a second Maniac. We have 2 Wretched Griffs and a Lashweed Lurker. I think I just like Dragunder. It's a really strong card because you draw a second. You know, you use it as tempo and then you draw another card. That's good. It's pretty great. Maybe it was supposed to be Unsubstantiate though, since we already had a Dragunder. A second Maniac wouldn't have been bad either. We seriously could have been mono blue. It's like insane. Blue was definitely the right color. Now, I'm not sure what our second color was supposed to be. Probably red? I don't know. Red didn't seem very open in the first pack, though. But we did have some really good red flowing in this direction from this pack. Supplicant's fine. But having the combo and having New Scrap Mob, I just really want to be black. I do. I do. And blue-black is great. It's really grown on me. I put the Lurker over there. If we can get some good fixing for it, I'll be willing to play it. But if not, I don't think we can. This is super tempo-y. Oh, man. 2 Dragunders with Convolute. I guess it's not super tempo-y, but I don't know. We'll see. We need like removal, which I think we can get with black. In the next pack, I would like to see another Laboratory Bird. Just make our mutations better. I don't think so. Maybe there's a match where we want to run Whispers of Emrakul. I don't think I want a second Brute. Strange Augmentation. I'm laughing because one time I accidentally took this card and it was awful. Because I was like, man, I wish I had a real card instead of this card, and I didn't. Oh, you know, accidents happen. Anyway, so our blue cards are great. Our black cards are pretty great. Supplicant's like not super exciting, but I've actually like won games by getting that extra damage through with Supplicant, so it's okay. How many spirits do we have? Oh, Altered Ego. Oh, Air Falconrat. I mean, we're committing to black, so I'm going to take the air. Altered Ego is super nice, though. And here is some fixing for it. Maybe it comes back around. But air is just such a strong 2-drop that I feel like I'm supposed to take the 2-drop here because we have already committed to black. Let's take that. I don't think we're going to like dive out and go green and blue at this point in time. Devil's Playground. Oh, that's not for us. Okay. Focus. We could take Daring Sleuth, which is not great when you don't have a lot of clue synergies. Herbal Illuminator, once again, can be good, but no, without the clues, it's not great. If we like somehow like get an ongoing investigation, which we might, because blue has just seems so open. So maybe Illuminator would be like a speculative pick. We could take Crow. It's evasion and gets things in our yard for the mutations. We could also maybe just take the Purge. Because we don't have that much removal. Maybe we actually splash for a Purge. I'm going to take the Purge. Our removal is lacking. That's like unconditional removal. Rise to the Tides. Yum. Maybe it's just the combos though. Because how many spells are we actually running? We're running Turn Aside, 2 Drag Unders, Convolute. We have 8 other spells, right? But 3 of them are enchantments. So we don't have that many spells for Rise from the Tides. I think I actually just want a Accomplice. It's a good 2-drop. I think I'm cutting Homunculus because we don't have that many spells. I just don't think it's going to flip for us a lot of times. I apologize. I just keep yawning. I'm like super sleepy. I'm still like recovering from the GP or something. I don't know. It's a lot of magic. Corpse Trawler. That goes very well with our Newscraft Mom. But maybe we get greedy and wheel it. I mean, Twins is nice. It has a big butt, and it goes with Air, Falconwrath, and Supplicant. Is Corpse Trawler just too good for us, though? We have a lot of zombies. I'm sure like one other person has to be in blue. I don't think that wheels. It's the only blue card in the pack. I think we have to take it, even though I do want Twins too. Compelling Deterrence is great. I'm happy to take that. It's tempo. Fixing. Wait, what do we want that fixing for? Oh, the Lashweed Lurker. We can also just take a Stitch Mangler, which is a zombie, and it does good things. Yeah, I mean, I love the Lurker, but I think passing a Stitch Mangler over it, I think that's rough. Just the Wind, wow. Ooh. Ooh, we're getting all the tempo stuff, yeah! Manic Scribe. We could be Delirious. Manic Scribe could be a thing. But I think I'd rather just have the mutation. Gone Missing's fine. Catalog's fine. Here's Fixing for the Lashweed Lurker. Revenant's okay too. It's a spirit. It goes with the Herald. Spirit synergies. Let's take the Fixing though. I'm not really sold on us not running Lurker. We might be able to make that work, at least for sideboarding stuff. This is a zombie. I'll take that. Alright, I'm probably cutting Convolute. I'm probably cutting Turn Aside. Apparatus is fine. Is there any way we run that? I don't think we want to be Delirious. I think we just take the Pig. Skeleton. Is there a world we run Skeleton? Maybe. Probably not. Wow, we're pretty much like blue splashing black. That's funny. Foil Island, yes, got there. Let's see. I don't think this deck looks awful. It's like very tempo-y. We have Just the Wind, Compelling Deterrence, 2 Drag Unders. Our hard removal is lacking, but maybe we just, you know, tempo them out, and we have 2 mutations, which sort of get things out of the way. So this could be alright. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. I seriously just keep yawning. It's really bad. Okay. Our creatures are pretty solid. I'm happy with them. I wish we had more stuff to stack to the Griffs, but I guess that's okay. And I also wish we would have got like some sort of like cemetery recruitment for the new scrap mob, because that's very fun. I didn't see any. I don't know if I was just not paying attention. One more cut. Let's see. I think it's one of the mutations. Compelling Deterrence is really funny when you like bounce something and that's their only card and they have to like discard it. Because we do have a lot of zombies, so I can see that happening. Okay, this deck is fine. 10-7 is probably right. We have a lot of blue. We have a lot of blue. Yeah, that's probably right. Okay. We have the thing. The Graph Rats and the Scavengers would be a lot of fun. New Scrap Mob is just so good. It's just really good. Yeah, I wish we had more stuff to stack to the Griffs, but having one Maniac out is fine. And technically you can stack the Corpse Troller, but it has so much value in our deck because we have so many zombies. I don't know. I like the deck. I don't know that it's super duper strong. We're missing like a little bit of removal, but the tempo could get us home. So we shall see. All right. Thanks, guys. See you in a little bit. Hopefully we can get a couple wins with this. If we can go to the finals, that would be just great. So see you in a little bit. Thank you.